All right, guys, we got one. And this is relationship advice from a happily married woman. I'm very interested to see what she's going to say about this one. Let's check it out.
My husband and I just celebrated 14 whole years of marriage. And if I could give you 3 pieces of advice from a happily married woman on what it took for me to get here and for this to be our story, here it is. My first piece of advice is for you to acknowledge that love and commitment and monogamy and marriage is really what you want. Because oftentimes, as strong and successful women, we feel ashamed, we feel afraid, and we feel like we're going to be ostracized if we say, I want a man.
And the reason why they feel that way is because the culture of today, guys, the culture of today is built on women who claim that they don't need men, that men do not make them. Okay, they can do whatever they want and attain whatever they need without a man. And that culture is what's killing this community, period. I'm not even talking about just one ethnic group. I'm talking about everyone. This is a universal culture that is drowning a lot of women out here. I'm not saying all, because there are some who don't fall for the garbage, but a lot of them do. The masses. If you go to social media, that's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to see, guys. Women thinking that being successful is equivalent to actually being successful, okay, in life. And there's more to it than that, especially when you're working day and night and you come home to an empty house. Oh, look at your house. It's beautiful. Look at your apartment in New York or wherever you're at, in San Francisco, wherever you're at. Look at your beautiful things. But you know what's missing? You know what's missing, okay? That husband, that significant other, those children that you claim that you wanted eventually, those things, guys, okay? And a lot of these women are waking up too late and realizing, okay, they're waking up in their 40s by themselves, very successful when it comes to their jobs, but that's all they have, okay? That hotel, or that car, that nice, you know what I mean, apartment that you have, or that nice home that you have, isn't going to hold you at night, okay? Isn't going to whisper sweet nothings into your ear, isn't going to give you children, all right? Isn't going to prolong your legacy. Those things, these are the things I'm talking about. Let's continue.
Because you've been taught that being strong means that you cannot be loved, that being strong means that you have to be alone, and that being strong equates to not being able to have healthy relationships. But that doesn't have to be true for you. It definitely ain't true for me, because I am strong and strong and strong and still loved in my strength by my husband. So acknowledge that it's what you want and stop being afraid to say it out loud. My second piece of advice would be for you to give yourself permission to actually have it and receive it when it comes. Because what can happen is that you will acknowledge that you want it, and then when it shows up, you'll self-sabotage. You'll push it away. You'll talk yourself out of it. And you'll make up excuses around why you can't have it now.
And usually it's because other girlfriends or other friends that you have who had an unsuccessful career in the dating world, guys, who are just left with children or nothing at all. And they are telling you that, you know, you don't need him, and don't worry about it, guys. He's just going to do the same thing that so-and-so has done to me, and just keep it moving, and you're good by yourself. Those are a lot of the issues as well in the community, guys. You have like-minded people pushing that same agenda on you. If they're not happy, you shouldn't be happy either, because probability is saying that we don't have anything. My girlfriend over here doesn't have anything. And if you found somebody, it can't be right, because none of us have it. So you can't have it either. Something's not right with that guy. You need to just go ahead and throw him to the side before it gets something pops up and it gets worse. That's what she's referring to. I'm thinking at least that's one set of issues that come with this type of community.
I need to lose weight first, or when my credit is right, or when I have the time, when none of those things are a hindrance if you actually want it, because you will make the time, you will do the work, you will create the space for the thing that you really want. But the problem is you're afraid. You don't believe that you're actually worthy of having it. And so you don't think that it will come and it will stay. But trust yourself and trust love because it wants to come and live with you. And then my third piece of advice, which is really a big one, so I want you to lean in and listen closely. When you're in that relationship and you start to feel challenged and you feel resistance and you want to run, don't. Instead, be vulnerable with your partner. Tell him about the fears that you are feeling. Let him know that you are being challenged by the relationship dynamic. It's okay to say, I've never been loved in this way, and I don't really know how to show up. This is hard for me because this is my first time being in a healthy relationship.
Yeah, I mean, be a woman, be vulnerable, okay? Those are some of your best traits, all right? These are some of the things that make women women, all right? That make you beautiful, that make you who you are. But a lot of women, like I said, they adopt these other ways of being. They want to be men. They want to be like-minded. They want to be, you know what I mean? They don't want to have these feelings. They want to go through these things. And that is what's killing the culture, especially in the dating scene. That's a lot of it that has to do with that, guys. I'm telling you. And if you listen to women like this, you can have something more than just being by yourself, being a single mother, things of that nature. Okay. If you come with the right energy, even if you have children, and, you know, I'm one for, you know, going against that grain if you can. But there are women out there with kids. Let's just keep it real. There are some women with a kid or two out there who is willing to be that person and could be that person for that person, that guy, if everything lines up correctly, if they're showing or giving what is needed, right? But usually that's not the case because it almost never happens. Anyway, let's continue.
It is okay for you to say that, and the right partner will understand. If you find that your partner wants to use that against you or ostracizes you for it, that's not the right man for you to be with anyway, and it's a signal that you need to leave. So just to recap, 3 pieces of advice that I would give you as a happily married woman who just celebrated 14 years of marriage with her husband, and as a life and relationship coach who has helped other successful women get into relationships and marriages, is this. Acknowledge the love that you want. Give yourself permission to have it and receive it. Be vulnerable when it gets tough so that you can keep it and maintain it. If you want to learn more and you'd like to be coached by me, go ahead and click the link in my bio so that you can join my 7-day Dating for Love bootcamp that starts on Monday, August 12th. We are going to dive in deeper to all of these principles. You're going to get the coaching, the community, and the guidance that you need, and you will leave with a personal, a custom, and a strategic dating plan that leads to love and commitment.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. That's going to be the video. Yeah, I mean, she had some very good points here, and she was making sense. And you can't argue with somebody who's been married for 14 years and still married, okay? And it seems like the marriage is just as strong as it was before, okay? And these are kind of the pitfalls that a lot of people don't make it out of when stuff gets hard. We live in a society now where things get difficult. That's basically, oh, it's time to go. All right. Everything is supposed to run smooth at all times. Things are not supposed to get bumpy ever. And that's when you pick up the pieces and you dip, you get out of here. And that's not how it's supposed to go. All right. You're going to get challenges. You're supposed to be challenged. All right. Think about it in another sense. Think about just in other aspects of life. OK, especially those women out there who are calling themselves, you know, very dedicated and accomplished women. OK, you guys are out here busting your ass day and night to get to where you are, to become successful. Right. You've had all kinds of hardships and all kinds of pitfalls that you had to deal with, right, and dig yourself out of. This is no different. Marriage is no different. Relationships are no different. But for some reason, a lot of people, a lot of women seem to think that, you know what I mean? That's supposed to go smooth. All right. That's supposed to be something that is just going to happen for you. And there's not going to be any challenge to it. So if you look at marriage, or if you look at a relationship the same way as you look at trying to have something in life and having to struggle and go through things to attain those things, then it shouldn't be an issue. If you apply that same recipe to marriage or a relationship, then you can find yourself in a successful place. It's that simple, guys. And I'm speaking from somebody who's been married for over 12 years. Okay. So it's not like I'm sitting here telling you guys the stuff that I'm telling you and I'm a single man. Okay. Or I'm a divorced man. I'm not. I'm telling you these things because I'm doing the same thing that this woman is doing. Okay. Taking those same things and applying it to my relationship, right? Nothing is perfect. My marriage is not perfect. Nobody's marriage is perfect, and it's not going to be perfect, guys. Okay. It's how you deal with that imperfection and how you deal with those issues when they arise is what makes you married in the first place. Okay. And with that being said, I'll leave it there. And I want to thank everybody for watching. If you have not subscribed or hit that like button, please consider doing so because it would help the channel tremendously. I'm trying to grow this community, guys. It's a fresh channel, so I'm just going really hard right now this year, and we're going to try to make things happen. So with that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video.